You know, the Kent District Library wants to foster a love for reading in young children. And to do that, they've relaunched the 1K B4K program, which aims to have parents and their kids read, or at least look at, 1,000 books together before kindergarten. Now, if that sounds daunting, don't worry. Dawn Heerspink, the youth librarian with KDL. She's going to break it down for you to make it easy. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Let's talk about this 1K B4K program. Been around a while, but this is a good time to refresh and remind people that it's here.
For sure, yeah. So we've actually done 1,000 books before kindergarten at Kent District Library since 2015. But in 2023, we relaunched the program with new artwork with woodland animals that are all native to Michigan. And it's a great way for parents and kids to just re-engage around reading together, especially just bonding with infants up to kindergarten.
Well, that's one key factor of why it's important to read with your kids, is that bonding time with your kids. But there have been other things that have been proven that show reading with your kids really is important.
Yeah, for sure. There's been numerous studies showing that introduction to books and language from birth actually helps kids become more proficient readers by the time they reach third grade, which is a milestone, as we know, for our elementary school kids.
Absolutely. Now, it may sound daunting. I said 1,000 books before kindergarten. That sounds like such a big ask, but you can break it down for us. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. So if you start reading to your child or the child in your life from birth, if you read a bedtime story every night, you can actually read 1,000 books in 3 years. If you have already passed in infancy, you can actually just speed it up, read 3 books a day, and you'll be done in 1 year.
Yeah, and some of these books, I mean, let's be honest, you can whip through some of these books in a minute or two,
For sure.
right? So you can, and it also says picture books work too.
Picture books, yeah, picture books, board books, audio books are also something that we count as reading.
Okay.
So for busy parents, sometimes having their child listen to an audiobook in the car is a great way to expose them to language and literacy. And I always like to remind parents, infants aren't going to read a book. So it's okay if you don't read every single word. Just teaching them how a book works, flipping the pages together, that also counts as, reading a story together.
Absolutely. As the earlier the better you can introduce someone to this. Now, you've made it obviously very fun. You've got these woodland creatures, you've got these calendars, all these great tools to help parents. Prizes, and I mean, people gamify the stuff.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so we have definitely gamified this just to make it a little more exciting and interesting for people. So after every 100 books, parents can stop by in the library and they get a sticker for their progress
Oh, you've
map.
got like a game piece.
Yep, so it's a little game board. So every 100 books you collect the woodland animals all the way to the robin, which, as we know, is one of our favorite sites here in Michigan. At the end of 1,000 books, you'll also get a book bag, which is really fun for kids. They can just keep filling their books, their bags up with books.
Their own canvas bag of their own.
We also like to celebrate with a little certificate. So we like to have a little happy dance in the library.
Absolutely, yeah. So they're getting a
parents and
certificate, they're getting the book bag, they got the calendar and the stickers. Of course, stickers, I mean, there's a fox on there, so I know my daughter's going to be into that.
For sure.
Because anything with a fox she'll get into. So this is all waiting for you where? Where can I get all this stuff and bring it home?
Yes, so you can stop in at any Kent District Library. We'd be happy to help you get signed up. You can also go online. We do have a website for 1,000 books before kindergarten, because this program also has a digital tracking option. So if you prefer to track digitally, you can do that using our Beanstack app.
Wonderful. I was going to ask about that. So the Beanstack app will actually work with this as well?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can keep it digital if you want to keep things off paper. Anything else? I mean, you got the Summer Wonder program coming.
We do, yep. So Kent District Library will launch our Summer Wonder program on June 2, and that's just another way for families to engage around reading and learning. So June 2, you can stop into any Kent District Library and get started on that reading and learning program, and that is for all ages. We also have a summer full of programs and events, so no one has to be bored.
Oh my goodness, it's much more than books. I don't know if you've been to the library lately, but there's quite a bit more happening than just checking out books. But we want to obviously encourage you for this 1,000 books before kindergarten program. Get on that, kdl.org/1KB4K. Or you can always call the phone number, 616-784-2007 with any questions. We'll be right back.